Guys, in today's video I'll be showing you how to make use of the fair value gap, the order block and the double bottom. Okay, so if you know how to combine these three concepts together, whenever you see a trade playing out, then definitely you should be able to take any trade, just like you can see here. Okay, so in today's video you'll be learning how to combine the fair value gap, the order block and the double bottom. Now if you've not heard of the fair value gap before, don't worry, in today's video I'll be telling you more about the fair value gap and also about the order block, and then definitely about the double bottom. Okay, so I just want you to relax and then stay to the end of this video, because you'll be learning how to be combining how these three concepts work together. Okay, so I'll just go straight ahead now to show you how to combine these three concepts together, so that you should be able to take any trade for yourself in the market. Okay, so if you have not ever used this strategy before, then definitely this will be a good time for you to learn how to use it. Okay, so as you can see that this strategy that I'm about to show you, the fair value gap, order block and the double bottom, displays on the volatility index. Okay, and then you can see that as a start, I will just show you that this is like the double bottom here. So this is like the first one of the confirmations of the strategy. Okay, and then but I will go ahead now to show you first of all about the fair value gap, then the double order block, and then definitely the double bottom, which you can see here on my screen. Okay, so the first thing definitely you want to do, as always I will always emphasize, is for you to make sure you know the direction of the trend of the market. Okay, first of all, what we want to do is to go to a higher time frame to be able to determine where price is coming from. Okay, because we do not want to enter any trade blindly. Okay, so that we don't end up losing our money in the markets. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to go to a daily time frame. Okay, and then from daily time frame, let us see if we'll be able to get something meaningful. Okay, so for something like this, for us to be able to take an entry like this, is either we want to see like a resistance or like a support. For example, here you can see that this is like a major resistance at this level. So should in case we want to take price at this particular level here, then definitely we want to go to the 1 minute or the 5 minutes time frame to be able to take an entry. Okay, but in this case here, we do not see a support or a resistance level. So what we get to see is so we just go to the weekly time frame, and on the weekly time frame we okay, definitely we can see something very clear on the weekly time frame. Okay, so on the weekly time frame we can see that price is inside an order block. Okay, so we can see that this reaction here is happening inside this particular order block. Okay, so this is the first thing we note, that this movement is happening inside this particular order block. And then if you draw your candlestick here, your rectangle tool here, you will notice that price is reacting off of that order block level. Okay, but remember I said the first thing we are going to be talking about here is the fair value gap. Okay, don't forget that the fair value gap, and then for us to be able to see the fair value gap, we have to go to the monthly time frame. Okay, so I know, don't worry, you can still scalp with this strategy. The most important thing is for you to know where price is coming from. Okay, so whenever you know where price is coming from, definitely you want to scalp with this strategy. Okay, so when we see for example here, we can see the fair value gap here. Okay, at this level. So what is our fair value gap? So a fair value gap is a place where price has not really tested, or where price has not really balanced itself before moving up. For example, you notice that after this particular buy here on this level here, we notice this buy from this candle here, this bottom here to this top here. Okay, and then we saw price definitely coming back to reprice and fill up this space. Okay, before moving up again. Okay, in this particular direction. But if you notice that in this particular candle here, price has never come back to fill it. Okay, so that is what we mean by our fair value gap. So we want price to come back definitely to fill this particular candle before moving upward. Okay, so to be able to draw our fair value gap, then definitely we want to make use of our rectangle tool. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead now and bring out the rectangle tool, so that I'll be able to draw that on my chart. Okay, so now when we see that, we notice that we want to place the upper part of the rectangle tool at the low of this particular candle here, and then we want to place the lower part of the rectangle tool at the high of this particular candle. Okay, so that will give us our fair value gap. Okay, that will give us our fair value gap level for price to come back and fill. Okay, and then you will notice that when that happened here, price definitely came back to this fair value gap. Okay, you can see this first touch here, but price refused to break candle up here. Okay, and then we notice that this price came back also to this fair value gap, thereby creating like a double bottom for us. You can see the double bottom. Okay, and then price created a double bottom but failed to take this high, suggesting to us that price is not yet ready to break that high. Okay, and then we saw that this high later was broken. Okay, we saw this high later broken, okay, at this particular level here after the final test of this final fair value gap here, and then price moved upward. Okay, and then at this particular moment now we see price coming back later. After price has moved high here, we see price coming later into that same particular fair value gap. Okay, but then we notice that price has taken out this double bottom here at this particular level here. So after we see that, what we now see is that price is now going deeper into that fair value gap level, and that was why we are able to come to the weekly time frame to be able to determine and find out why was price coming back to that level. And then definitely we saw that there was a particular order block inside this fair value gap. Okay, meaning that price have not tested this order block before price started moving out. Okay, and we saw that that order block was created before price broke out of our previous high here. Okay, so we saw that that order block has not been tested, and that is what price has currently been doing for a while now. Okay, so we saw that price came back, so I'm going to highlight that level for us to see clearly. So I'm going to highlight it up to this particular level here, so you see that price came back to that order block level. Okay, so if we refine our entry, you will notice that, so I'm going to draw another rectangle to inside of this particular order block for us to see, and you see how price tapped into that particular order block. So we can see here. Okay, now if I zoom out completely, you will notice that this double top, okay, this double bottom rather, did not really tap into this our order block. Okay, so it acts as a liquidity in the market, and then we see that the only way on the monthly time frame was this particular candlestick coming inside of this order block level. Okay, and then when we notice that on the daily time frame, we can see that price is respecting that level. Okay, price is respecting that level, so this is like a demand zone for us to take an entry. Okay, and then when after we've been able to come in terms with that, we want to go to the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that this is where our double bottom, okay, started forming, telling us that this is a reversal. Remember, a double bottom in the market is like a reversal in the market. Okay, whenever we see a double bottom, and then what we noticed was that this double bottom, before it formed, it took out this trend line, okay, liquidity here. Remember, this was the trend line liquidity here that price took out, and then when price took out this liquidity, remember, this was the first touch here, then this was the second touch, and then market came back and then broke out. Okay, so this was like a retest, okay, for price to start moving upward. Okay, and that is why you see that this trade was playing out the way it did, guys. So I've just set my take profit at this particular level. I can still adjust it depending on how I feel price is going to move. Okay, and so for this trade, we are targeting this take profit here, and should the case price should reverse, then definitely this will be our stop loss. But as always, we do not expect price to move back to where we entered before, so definitely later we are going to adjust this stop loss. Okay, so guys, I want you to make sure you practice with this strategy. Remember, this is the strategy behind this is for you to be able to take a trade using the fair value gap. Okay, don't forget, and then the order block, and then the double bottom or the double top, whichever the case may be, if it might be in a sell market. Okay, so I believe you've gained value from this video. So if you've gained value from this video, kindly give this video a like, kindly share this video, and kindly turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post new video. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channels, guys. So guys, I'll see you in my next trading video. So make sure to test out this strategy before going live on your real account. Okay guys, so cheers guys, and stay profitable.